Welcome, everyone, to the annual Our Promise Thank You event and virtual celebration. Here are your hosts for today, Tabitha Angel and Patrick Harbison.
Ah,
Hey!
hi, friend. Boom, boom. Hi. So good to see
It's
you.
so good to see you.
Oh my goodness. It's so good to be with you all today, celebrating the great work of the Our Promise campaign. Welcome, everyone, to our virtual celebration. It is great to see you. Can you believe it has been a year?
No, it's weird kind of that a year ago, we were having our last in-person
Right,
celebration and we were just talking about how things were starting to all the rumors in the air of things happening and
right.
now we're
Here
here.
we are.
Yeah.
Here we are a whole year later. And, a true testament that we'll hear about today to all the hard work from the Our Promise campaign.
Yes. And
Everyone did such a good job this year.
yeah, and it was a really different year for state employees. Most of them had never worked remote ever, maybe
Right.
like a few here and there. And then they all got told, "Hey, you're gonna be at home. Oh, and
At
by the
home.
way, you're gonna be stuck with your kids.
Right.
And yes, we still want you to give back to all these amazing nonprofits." And they
Right.
stepped up and did it. So
They did, as did the nonprofits. I think one of the
yes.
great things about the campaign this year was hearing directly from those nonprofits about how they also pivoted and were so appreciative of the Our Promise donors throughout the year.
Yes, they did so much for them.
Well, so everyone, on behalf of the entire Our Promise team, I'd like to welcome you all to our virtual thank you event for the 2020 campaign year. Stay tuned later in the program because we'll have prize drawings for state workers who registered by March 1st. There's some good stuff we're giving away, Tabitha.
Yeah.
Today we celebrate you, our outstanding campaign volunteers, leadership teams, and state departments who have worked so hard to make the Our Promise campaign a huge success. Now it is my honor to introduce Chief Service Officer for the Governor's Office of California Volunteers and our esteemed 2020 Our Promise campaign chair, Mr. Josh Friday. Hello, Josh.
Hey everyone, so great to see you. Thank you, Patrick and Tabitha, for hosting this awesome event. I hope next time you'll let me be part of that secret handshake of yours. I can practice it with you. But I'm so excited and grateful to be here today to celebrate this campaign, which was honestly the first virtual Our Promise campaign. So a huge congrats to the entire team for pulling it off. And as we know, without the support of state employees, none of this would have been possible. So from campaign volunteers to those who contributed to their favorite nonprofit organizations, we thank you with all of our hearts. And I'm honored to be able to recognize my colleagues in state government for the tremendous work they have put in to make this campaign successful. These are the volunteers who led the campaign at the agency and department levels. Without their support, this campaign would not have been possible. So thank you for your dedication to this cause and for leading by example. The Our Promise campaign to support California's nonprofits really does represent the best of California. This campaign exemplifies the commitment of California's state workers to support their communities everywhere. During these challenging times, it is important that we remember to lean on one another and to support one another. In the face of a global pandemic that has taken far too many lives from us during historic wildfires that raged through our state, among difficult and important conversations about our future, we persevered. As we continue to fight COVID-19, Californians have faced hard times. We all know this. But these donations helped Californians get through such a tough and unpredictable year. And because of you, the nonprofits receiving donations will be able to continue the work that they do to keep California's communities strong, resilient, and healthy. So I'm thrilled today that I get to announce this year's Our Promise campaign total results, which if I can get a drum roll, please, $5.3 million was raised from more than 23,000 state employees. That's unbelievable. And although the numbers are a little down from previous years, if we think about the unprecedented challenges of 2020, state employees showed up for California and their communities in such a big way. So thank you to all California state employees for your contributions, your efforts, and your support. We are all in this together, and this year, you proved it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Josh. We really, really appreciate you. The Our Promise campaign is one that Our Promise team cannot accomplish alone. We rely on the expertise and energy that comes with working alongside state employees who are passionate about giving back. We are fortunate to have state departments recommend and loan us their talented team members to serve as Leaders United executives. We call them LUs for short. This year, we also give special thanks to the online committee who helped us pivot to a fully online e-pledge system during an unprecedented year. And it was great, and you'll get to hear from them later in the show. And Josh, before you leave, we want to recognize your leadership efforts during a difficult year as the Our Promise Chair. It is my honor to present you the Our Promise Chair Recognition Award. Thank you for being an advocate for Our Promise and for the communities we serve.
Very touched. Thank you. Thank you, Tabitha.
Thank you again, Josh. Folks, each year during the Our Promise campaign, state employees give back to one of our 2,000 plus nonprofit partners across the entire state and even the country. When you give through Our Promise, these organizations are able to count on your contributions through the year to ensure that their vital programs can continue. As we talked earlier, Tabitha, that was more important this year than ever. Let's hear about the difference that you make directly from some of our local nonprofits.
I represent one of the thousands of nonprofit organizations benefiting from the generosity of California state workers. Last year, state workers pooled together to raise nearly $6 million for nonprofits like ours. This is a game changer. However, 2020 is a difficult year for everyone. As we speak, the world is facing a pandemic and its effects on the economy, our jobs, our families, and our daily lives. For us, without the Our Promise campaign, we wouldn't have funding for programs that focus on ending poverty through strengthening schools and supporting families. This year, we need your support more than ever.
We rely on charitable giving to ensure that we're able to provide the highest quality of care to homeless and abandoned animals in our community while we look for their permanent and loving homes. We reunite lost pets with their owners, and we keep people and pets together whenever possible and whenever that makes sense through our prevention and safety net programs, which are more critical now than ever. And the people who contribute to the Our Promise campaign are going to be the ones that really help us achieve that this year.
The Our Promise campaign is essential to SFBFS. Your generosity means hundreds of thousands of people are fed by SFBFS each month. Here in Sacramento County, the demand for food has more than doubled since the pandemic of COVID-19 coronavirus started. We are feeding people for the first time who have never had to utilize a food program before.
Our Promise not only helps us support those who experience sexual assault, domestic violence, and sex trafficking, but also to build partnerships, ultimately allowing us to serve survivors in a more effective and efficient ways. Weave's mission is to promote safe and healthy relationships and to support survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and sex trafficking.
Speaking as one of the thousands of nonprofits in California, we are making sure that the challenges of today don't stop us from building brighter futures. However, our ability to meet these challenges depends on you. We envision that with our support, we can keep California strong for all. Please visit ourpromiseca.org and consider making your pledge to a nonprofit that speaks to you today. Keeping California strong for all. ourpromiseca.org.
Oof, I love that video, Tabitha. Gets me every time. Keeping California strong for all. That's truly the point of this program. What an impact. What an impact. Great video. Folks, in 2020, when the need was so high for the services that nonprofits provide, you chose to make a difference. Now here to talk more about the impact of the Our Promise campaign, please welcome Stephanie McLemore Bray, President and CEO of United Way California Capital Region. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi. Good afternoon, Patrick and Tabitha. Good afternoon to all of our viewers. First, I want to start by saying thank you.
I'm truly humbled by the commitment that California state employees continue to demonstrate when it comes to supporting our nonprofit organizations. I want to give a special thank you to Josh Friday for giving his time, heart, and passion to leading this campaign effort. I also want to thank our Leaders United, who stepped up and gave their time so that their colleagues could learn more about the needs of nonprofits in our region. I also want to thank our talented and dedicated team led by Tabitha, Ben, and Angelica, who worked tirelessly during this pandemic to ensure that California state employees got the message about the critical needs of our nonprofits and of the people who serve them. And I can't understate, and it's been said, the impact of COVID-19 on nonprofit organizations. And I'm just humbled and I'm moved by how the state of California employees really stepped up and supported those organizations during the pandemic. I mean, we're talking about thousands of nonprofits across the state, and they received much needed support in a time when even they and their employees were affected by the pandemic. One of the sad things that we've learned is that there are many nonprofit organizations that are no longer around. And so that's what makes the Our Promise campaign so vitally important, because our nonprofits stepped up during this pandemic in ways that I'm sure they couldn't have imagined. And without the support of donors like us, they wouldn't have been able to help our friends and neighbors who were so affected by the pandemic. And so there is definitely power in collective giving. And year after year, Our Promise campaign and state employees demonstrate that and bring forward that power for change. And so I'm just so very grateful to the 23,000 donors who contributed $5.3 million this year. And our United Way is really proud to be a partner with the state of California on the Our Promise campaign. We represent the voices of the 30 United Ways across this great state and the thousands of nonprofit organizations that rely on philanthropic support. And so it's an honor for us to partner with you to bring about much needed resources in our communities all across California. And finally, I'd like to recognize that mighty, mighty team that developed the online tool for the Our Promise campaign. Their effort was extraordinary. The Department of General Services, the State Controller's Office, our heroes in the Department of Technology. I mean, what they did, what they accomplished in such a short period of time is it's just remarkable. It's remarkable. And I'm just blown away when I think about all of the time and the effort that they put into this. And I'm certain that for them, it was also a passion project because they are also donors. And so I want to make sure, and I'm excited that later on in the program, we'll be able to thank them. But again, I'm just so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful for the generosity of our state employees. And we look forward to continuing to work with you to meet the needs of families, of communities all across California as we move into our recovery period. It's going to take all of us, hand in hand, heart in heart, to make that recovery a reality. And so again, I thank you and congratulations on a wonderful campaign.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Such wonderful words, and your sentiment, it really echoes here. Thank you for being with us. Now it is time to recognize some special departments and agencies for going above and beyond and achieving truly some fantastic results for the Our Promise campaign and the nonprofit community. Please welcome Ben Aceto, Our Promise Department Manager.
Thank you very much, Patrick. I really appreciate that. And I must say, I am so happy to see all of these names of all these volunteers we've worked with over the years here joining us today. So we are so excited about that. So I'm very proud to say that our first award that we're presenting today is the Leaders United Achievement Award. As Tabitha said earlier, the Our Promise campaign would not be possible without these outstanding Leaders United executives. This individual was nominated by his peers for the enthusiasm and efforts he exhibited during the campaign season. Today, it is my honor to give Tom Hunt of the California Public Employment Retirement System the Leaders United Achievement Award. Tom brought his resourceful and tenacious spirit to the campaign. His excitement to help our friends and neighbors across the state was evident in the work he put in every single day. So let's hear from Tom about receiving this award.
What a fabulous Leaders United executive team. Esther Vincent, Jamie Carino, Susie Ishikawa, and Tahani Rodriguez that was assembled. The team was eager and willing to do what was required to make this year's campaign a success. It was an amazing experience to work with this group coming from different state departments, work experiences, and bringing their own special skills to the team. The dedication by all the team members was tremendous. It was special to see us all grow through the 4-month journey while we were alone for the campaign. Hopefully, we all have some newfound skills that we apply daily in our lives and at work. I appreciate Tabitha, Ben, and Angelica's patience and support with our Leaders United executive team, especially with the unique times such as transitioning from an office setting, visiting department model to the remote virtual model, paperless online pledge systems, COVID-19 pandemic environment, etc. They did a fantastic job in teaching and leading us through this journey. As a final thought, I remember Tabitha making a campaign presentation that if state workers participate at a minimum donation of $5 per month, how much contributions would be pledged to nonprofit organizations. Being a numbers guy, this really spoke to me. The example was if approximately 300,000 state workers contribute the monthly minimum of $5 per month or $60 per year, that would equal $18 million annually. What a goal to increase participation rate and the difference that could be made for the community if more state workers contribute at the minimum level. I encourage us all to contribute the minimum of $5 per month to the Our Promise campaign. It has been a pleasure to be a small part of this monumental transition from the paper pledge form to the online process. I encourage you all to give to those nonprofit organizations that speak to you and have a special place in your heart. Thank you for this honor and best regards.
Thank you so much for that, Tom. And it was really great having you with us on the team this year. If you want to watch his acceptance speech in full, you can find it on our website.
Awesome. Thank you, Ben, and thank you, Tom. So each year, we see so much innovation when it comes to how you connect with your peers during internal department campaigns. This year, having social media and a digital presence was crucial for us to connect. Our next award recognizes the department that best leveraged social media to promote its department campaign. I am pleased to present this Social Media Influencer Award to the Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation for the second year in a row. They do great work over there. Let's hear from the department representatives.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Hohobashvili with the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. I'm here with our Promise Chair, Sonia Mercado, Aaron Francis, the Public Information Officer, and Don Chaddock, who edits the Inside CDCR newsletter. And we are so excited and honored to accept the Social Media Influencer Award for Our Promise. It was a very unique campaign this year where every agency had to make a shift to online only for our campaign. And we really just couldn't have done any of it without Don and Aaron. So our hats off completely to you.
One of the things that we do is we wanted to make sure our employees were really aware that this campaign was going on and all the different causes that they can donate to. So we really wanted to make sure that they were aware of all of those things and all the different options available to them. And as you said, Chrissy, it was a different shift this year because instead of doing everything on paper, everything was online. It was a 100% virtual campaign. So, we really just want to, with sharing all the hashtags and everything, we just want to make sure we thank the Our Promise campaign, all the CDCR and CCHCS employees too, for just being involved in this whole process. They were just amazing, and we were able to raise so much money for all these different nonprofits across the state. And we really couldn't have done it without them and people sharing to social media and just being so passionate about the different organizations that they're donating to and seeing them just being able to make that difference in so many people's lives. So I just think that was so important, and hats off to them for making this campaign work. It really comes down to the staff at the end of the day.
I've been doing Our Promise content for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now. And it's always, each year is different, but this year was very different. And I think this year was probably one of our better years for content and for our employees to really see what kind of difference can be made with as little as $5 a paycheck coming out.
Thank you to the OPIT team for all you did for the campaign this year. This is our second time winning this award, so kudos to you all. This year's campaign just was a lot different than previous years, but I think in the end result, I think we all did great. And so thank you to all our CDC, our CCHCS staff.
Awesome. Thank you again, CDCR, for going above and beyond again. It's fun fact, they are the largest department in the state of California with over 56,000 employees. Most people don't know that, but they are massive, and they always do a great job at really reaching their state employees. They have everybody from up north to the Oregon border, down south to the San Diego border, and they do a really good job at getting connected with all of their employees. So 2
years in a row. That's
yeah,
awesome.
They're doing great. So our next award recognizes a small but mighty department that showed the most significant year-over-year improvement for the Our Promise campaign. This year, we recognize the California Health and Human Services Agency as the most improved for the small department category. They were quite busy this year, that Health and Human Services Agency, so this achievement is huge. Their team increased participation by 20% and increased dollars raised by 17%. Here to accept this award are campaign co-chairs Eva Zong and Evan Gerber.
Hi, my name is Eva. I am the co-chair here at Agency. We are so excited to win the Most Improved Award. The Our Promise campaign is important to me because it gives us the opportunity to give back to those in need, especially at this time.
Hi, my name is Evan, and I am the co-chair along with Eva. This is my second campaign overall serving as the chair for the Health and Human Services Agency. And not only is this campaign important to myself, but it's important to the entire agency. Every year we try to step up and do a lot for the campaign. We usually have an atrium event or some sort of fundraising activity. This year we focused on the pledge forms. And I'm very honored to win this award.
At California Health and Human Services Agency, our mission statement is to help Californians in need, especially those most at risk. So we really appreciate what the Our Promise campaign does for the community.
Awesome, thanks. Patrick, do you remember going to their massive atrium event downtown?
I do. It was one of my favorite events of the campaign every year. They put on such a production. It's really quite awesome to see.
I know. So the Health and Human Services Agency has over 20 departments underneath them. So a ton of departments. It's always a massive event that they do at their headquarters, and it was always so much fun. They would have a different theme every year.
Right.
So bummed to miss that this year. And all the nonprofits, it's one of their favorite events to go to. They would call me and say, hey, when can we go to that event and have a booth there? So they still did an amazing job, really stepping it up and really, really bringing the dollars in.
I loved what you said at the beginning of introducing their award, is that especially this year, right? The department being so busy with everything that's going on with the pandemic, to still be able to increase their participation by that amount is really impressive.
Yes. So thank you again for going the extra mile to grow your campaign efforts this year. It really meant so much to us. Now, I am thrilled to present the Most Improved Award for a large department, which is going to the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility. In 2020, they raised nearly $5,000 with 35 donors. This was a 2% increase in participation, but a whopping 19,850% increase in dollars raised.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
So really awesome. They really stepped it up this year. Their donors really gave back. So let's hear from RJ Donovan.
The Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility is happy to accept the Our Promise Award for the Most Improved Department.
We are proud of all the employees who signed up to support charitable programs during the Our Promise campaign. 2020 was a very challenging year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A hard year personally and financially for many. The number of people enrolled in Our Promise at RJD increased dramatically. This is a reflection of our staff's commitment and dedication to their communities. At RJD, we rise to the challenge. We believe in the importance of giving back and making a positive impact in our community. Our Promise brings RJD donors, volunteers, and nonprofits together to make a difference in California. Even making a small monthly donation can have a huge impact. Now, more than ever, people need our help. We believe in giving where our heart is. RJD will continue to encourage the staff to participate in this worthwhile endeavor. Thank you for recognizing RJD, and we hope 2021 will be even more successful.
That is our hope as well, is that it is a little bit better every year and even more successful. It's really fun to work with all of the institutions and facilities within CDCR. And congratulations again, RJ Donovan staff, on the well-deserved award for all your innovation, hard work, and generosity that led to your success.
That's incredible when you hear a 19,000% increase.
Yes.
They really did rise to the occasion.
Yes.
Very
And,
cool.
you know, to do that within a facility or within an institution is not an easy feat.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of security and measures and things that have to go into place. And, you know, for their employees to really step it up and give back to not only, you know, maybe their internal staff and everything that's going on around them, but their communities that are near them is really fantastic.
So inspiring.
Yes. So our last award is a new one that recognizes the contributions of 3 departments who helped execute one of the biggest feats, biggest win in my history, in Our Promise history, but bringing the 2020 campaign online for the very first time. Now I need to talk a little bit about this because just to give you a little bit of background, the Our Promise campaign has always been a paper pledge form.
Right.
Paper, literally piece of paper that got printed and distributed to 300,000 individuals. So, and most people don't, you know, realize if you live here in Sacramento within this area, everybody thinks, oh, state employees are just here in the capital.
They're everywhere. They're all across the state.
They're everywhere.
Right.
So 300,000 pieces of paper pledge forms would have to go up to Eureka, down to San Diego,
Right.
out in the desert. And it wasn't an easy feat. You had people who work in the field, like CHP officers. You know, you have food and ag who are out there in the field. I mean, so it's not easy to necessarily just like, oh, hey, here's your paper, you
Right.
know?
Right.
And then to put all of your personal information on a piece of paper was not an easy thing to
Nope.
collect.
Nope.
So we would always get a lot of slack for it. And everyone would always ask us, when are you going online? When is it going to happen? We live in the state of California. Like, let's be online. So this was a huge accomplishment, not only for us as a team and as a campaign, but for the entire state, and to
Totally.
really make it possible for every single state employee to be able to give back to
Yes.
any nonprofit of their choice. So that's the really amazing
The
feat.
accessibility, the ease of access, right? All of that alone is a game changer. And to do it obviously in 2020, my goodness, what a Herculean task.
We didn't have a choice this year. It was like, how am I gonna distribute a piece of paper when nobody's even in their headquarters? Nobody's
Right.
even in their building.
Wow.
So thankfully, we have a really good relationship with the state, and they said, all right, this is the year to do it. Let's go online. We need to figure this out. So we can't thank you enough for the meticulous effort and teamwork that it took to coordinate getting this campaign launched online within a matter of 6 months, more like 4 months. We built the plane as it was taking off, literally. But first, we'd like to acknowledge the California Department of General Services, or DGS for short. We love acronyms in the state of California.
We do.
So we are happy to accept the award on their behalf. Every year, DGS oversees the annual Our Promise efforts as a key department in the oversight of the campaign. Last year, DGS made sure the process of new platform was in line with the Our Promises formal agreement with the state and analyzed the security of the online platform. Next up is the California Department of Technology. Here to accept this award is Vitaly Panich.
Hello. The Our Promise campaign is a priority for the State Chief Information Officer, Amy Tong. My name is Vitaly Panich, and I'm accepting this award on behalf of Director Amy Tong and the California Department of Technology. Everybody knows 2020 was a tough year, and many people have experienced hardships for the first time. The Our Promise campaign needed the state support now more than ever, and we were happy to help. CDT is guided by the principles of putting people first, making continuous improvement, and working together. Thank you for recognizing the great teamwork that went into making the Our Promise online donation experience easy and secure with the State Controller's Office and the Department of General Services. We made sure the generous state workers who wanted to give back would have had their private information protected and donations correctly deducted from their pay. As I accept this award on behalf of CDT, we want to acknowledge the huge contributions of the State Controller's Office and the Department of General Services. Working together beats working alone. David Akins and Adam German from the SCO and Gary Renslow and his privacy and security team from the DGS dedicated many hours to the project, as well as Michelle Robinson and I worked side by side with the rest of the CDT team to make this a success. We celebrate every day a secure online transaction occurs, and we hope to come together when the pandemic allows. Thank you, Our Promise.
Oh, love to see that.
Yes, it was great to work with Vitaly. He even admitted to me, Tabitha, I finally think I'm going to sign up because it's online. So it was really awesome to hear that, all the hard work that had gone into it and the privacy and the security of getting everything online and making sure that, all of these thousands and thousands of donors, that their information was secure
Absolutely.
and private and, it was going to the right place, et cetera.
Absolutely.
It was a lot. So lastly, we have our third department, and we'd love to acknowledge the State Controller's Office, who I have a very special connection with because they cut everyone's paycheck in the state, and I work with them on a monthly basis. So it was great to work with them per usual. So here to accept their award is State Controller Betty Yee and Sergio Martinez.
Hello, I'm State Controller Betty Yee, extending my congratulations to our Personnel and Payroll Services and Information Systems Division teams for being honored by Our Promise campaign. Their work transitioning Our Promise from paper to an online process was outstanding, and I'm so glad they are getting the recognition they earn. Charitable giving did not stop because we could not interact in person. I could not be more proud of their dedication to innovation and customer service. I wish them well and hope they enjoy their well-deserved award.
Hey guys, my name is Sergio Martinez and I am the chair for the Our Promise campaign for the State Controller's Office. This year we went ahead and worked on a project with our ISD team and our PPSD team to go ahead and help transition everything over from paper to paperless. So as you guys saw this year, everything's on an online platform so everyone can donate and contribute nice and easy, which obviously that was the whole purpose, I believe, of the Our Promise campaign, was to help state workers make it easy to contribute and to help out with the nonprofits and different charities. And this is just the evolution one step further. And I'm happy and honored to be part of that team that made this happen, and want to thank you guys for the award.
Awesome. As Sergio mentioned, it was made it easier for them, but the state controller's office, they did a huge implementation this year as well. So they created Cal Employee Connect. So for the first time ever, state employees could view their pay warrants online.
Amazing.
And that was a huge deal for them, technology wise, was, okay, we can see our paycheck online. We don't receive our paper paycheck in hand anymore. And that was a great platform for us to make it secure, successful for the campaign, was using Cal Employee Connect. So really thank you to all of those departments. We thank you so much again for your commitment to ensuring the successful digital launch of the Our Promise campaign. On behalf of the Our Promise team, I want to thank each of you for your service and support. It's going to be a great year ahead in 2021 for our nonprofits, thanks to your donations.
It truly is. Thank you so much, Tabitha. And congrats to all of today's winners. Thanks to all of you for being here with us today as we celebrate with you virtually. But without further ado, it's the time you've all been waiting for. We're going to announce our prize winners. To show our appreciation of your support, we are giving away 3, count them, Amazon gift cards. And you don't have to be present to win, right? Because we're virtual. So let's spin the wheel, Tabitha. We've got it queued up here for our first prize of a $25 Amazon gift card. Let's see who this one goes to.
Very Vanna White.
Very Vanna White.
Very Vanna White.
We're giving you Pat Sajak realness.
Who?
Who won?
Erin Aquino, Carhart, Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Woo! Congratulations, Erin.
Yes.
$25. I'd love to see that. Okay, let's move right along to our second $25 gift card winner. Again, to Amazon. I mean,
who doesn't shop Amazon?
I mean, I exclusively shopped there, it seemed like, in 2020. Bonita Baines from the Department of Employee Development Department, EDD.
EDD, popular department this year.
Congratulations, Bonita.
All right.
Bonita's got some new benzos, right, to spend there. And now our third and final Amazon gift card. And I think this one is $100. Am I right?
Yeah, this is our largest one.
Woo, $100. Who's it going to be, Tabitha?
Jill McGee, Commission on State Mandates. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, $100. That's pretty awesome. That's fun. And that's
is
just
awesome.
by registering.
Right.
Enjoying it.
Just by registering. It was so easy. Wow, congratulations. I love Amazon because you can get anything you want on there.
I mean, literally anything. I needed a knob for my lamp to turn it on because it didn't come with one. And I ordered a 6-pack for less than like $4.
Right.
It would cost me to drive to go to Target to pick up one.
Absolutely. Amazon also has a philanthropic gift pack component. So
Yes.
people should be mindful of that. when they're
Amazon Smile.
shopping. Amazon Smile. That's
I believe
right.
it's called. Yeah, it's really, it's amazing.
Well, we've got some folks that are smiling today thanks to their new
Yes.
gift cards. Congratulations again to all of today's winners.
And then also, we really want you to check us out on all of our different social media outlets. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Definitely check us out on there at Our Promise CA, or we have our amazing website, ourpromiseca.org.
Yes, absolutely, folks. We are already planning for the 2021 campaign season and look forward to your continued leadership. If you're looking for a way to get more involved in the campaign, we are accepting nominations for Leaders United executives now through May 4th. Tons of time to sign up.
You get to work for me for a couple months.
That's right.
And my team, which is really fun. It's a great way to, maybe explore something out of your normal wheelhouse of being with your state department. Your state department loans you, so you get to come and hang out with with us and campaign with us for a couple months. It's a great opportunity to learn new skill sets,
Yes.
network, learn about different departments. Maybe you've been at your same department for a long time. It's very interesting to see how all the departments work.
And connect with each other.
Yes.
Right? Absolutely.
Yes.
I can attest to that. Best team in the biz. Also, mark your calendars for the annual kickoff event and nonprofit fair, which is September 1st. That one is also a ton of fun, Tabitha.
Yes, and that's huge. So we usually kick off at the state capitol, and we have usually over 150 nonprofits. So all different kinds of, every kind of nonprofit you can imagine. People always come up to us during that event and say, I didn't know there was like a nonprofit for Italian Greyhounds, like
Right,
rescue, you
right.
know, or you could see Patrick with a mini pony.
That's true.
That's what happened a
I
couple
have
of years
a
ago.
deep appreciation for the mini pony community here in California. And as Tabitha mentioned, please be sure to like the Facebook page, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We're at Our Promise CA on all of those social media platforms. And also visit our website, ourpromiseca.org. This way you can stay connected to the causes you care about the most. In addition, you can get news, updates, and access anything you may have missed from today's program. One more time, ourpromiseca.org.
And an important thing to note is if you want to see your individual department's dollars and what you may have raised, those results will be posted by the end of today on our website. So you can just go to our website at ourpromiseca.org. You can type in the little search box results. 2020 results will be up there. So see how many donors you had in your department, what your participation rate was, how many dollars were raised. So it's a really fun way to see all the different departments and see what everybody kind of did, especially maybe if you're doing a little comparison or a little competition.
A little friendly competition.
Yeah.
Wow, Tabitha, what a year, 2020. It was one for the books. There's no doubt about it. But I think as we've witnessed here today, it was also a lot of inspiring moments throughout the year. The way that not only state departments, but the donors themselves stepped up to really help give back to nonprofits in a time of great, great need, I think was truly inspiring, something wonderful to see.
Yeah. And to think that, you know, there was 23,000, you know, people who stepped up, gave their time, their money, their financial contribution for over $5 million. That's a lot of money.
It's incredible.
You know, of course, every year we hope for more and more and more, and there is, you know, possibility for that. Tom had mentioned in his video that the minimum is just $5 a month.
$5.
For $60 annually.
Right.
And if every state employee gave $5 a month, $60 a year, the entire state and their employees would raise $18 million possibly.
It's a big goal. It's an achievable goal.
Yeah.
For
So,
2021.
you know, we'll see what happens in 2021, and we're hoping for some different things to happen, and
That's
we're
right.
really excited. Can't wait.
That's right. That is all for us today. Thank you at home. Thank you for those watching at work. Thank you for joining us today. It truly means the world to us and to the Our Promise campaign.
Thank you so much again. We appreciate it.
Until next year.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.